Bruce Lee and Bolo Yeung, two names that echo through the world of martial arts. On screen, they were titans, icons of speed, strength, and cinematic charisma. Their appearance together in Enter the Dragon electrified audiences, creating moments still celebrated today. But what if I told you there was more? A real fight, away from the movie cameras. A hidden moment where philosophies collided, where speed clashed with raw power. This is the story of the real Bruce Lee versus Bolo Yeung. What happened behind the scenes, who came out on top, and what this fight revealed about martial arts itself. Enter the Dragon, released in 1973, wasn't just another movie. It was Bruce Lee's masterpiece, his chance to introduce his philosophy and his art to a worldwide audience. Originally, Bruce planned a spectacular fight against Bolo Yeung. It was designed to be a centerpiece of the film, a physical embodiment of two opposing ideas. Bruce's Jeet Kune Do, fast, efficient, and adaptable, against Bolo's imposing strength and raw intimidation. But as production progressed, Warner Brothers made cuts. They believed a second major fight would distract from the climactic showdown with the film's villain, Han. So Bolo's role was reduced, and the highly anticipated fight scene never made it to the big screen. Yet what the cameras didn't capture was even more fascinating. Before they met on set, Bruce and Bolo had walked very different paths. Bruce Lee was born in San Francisco in 1940, but raised in the streets of Hong Kong. Exposed to performance early, his father was an opera performer. Bruce's childhood was split between acting and martial arts. Trained under the great Ip Man in Wing Chun, Bruce was no stranger to real combat. Street fights were common, and Bruce quickly developed both skill and resilience. But Bruce wasn't content with tradition. While most martial artists focused on one style, Bruce questioned everything. He studied boxing, fencing, and countless other disciplines. He took what worked, discarded what didn't, and eventually created Jeet Kune Do, a philosophy built on freedom, efficiency, and adaptability. By contrast, Bolo Yeung's journey began in Guangzhou, China, in 1946. From a young age, he immersed himself in traditional Chinese martial arts. But his path took a dramatic turn when he discovered bodybuilding, a practice rare in China at the time. Combining martial skill with extreme muscle development, Bolo created a body that became his trademark. By age 20, he had already won Mr. Hong Kong and would hold the title for 10 years. Where Bruce became the philosopher warrior, Bolo became the embodiment of strength and intimidation. It was inevitable that when these two men met on screen, sparks would fly. Bruce Lee stood at about 5'8", weighing 141 pounds of lean, functional muscle. His body wasn't built for show, but for speed, agility, and combat efficiency. He could throw a punch in the blink of an eye and deliver kicks before opponents even realized what had happened. Bolo Yeung, by contrast, stood slightly shorter but was far heavier, around 154 pounds of pure muscle. His arms, chest, and legs were massive, and his strikes were devastating. He could crush opponents with sheer force. It was the ultimate clash of styles. Bruce's lightning speed and adaptability against Bolo's raw strength and endurance. The unspoken rivalry on set. The set of Enter the Dragon wasn't just a film production, it was a gathering of some of the best martial artists of the era. Alongside Bruce and Bolo were legends like Jim Kelly, Bob Wall, and even young stuntmen Jackie Chan and Sammo Hung. Everyone could sense the tension between Bruce and Bolo. Their contrasting styles became a silent competition. During breaks, Bruce would demonstrate his famous one-inch punch or lightning kicks, stunning everyone with his speed and precision. Bolo, in turn, would showcase feats of raw strength, reminding people of his sheer physical power. As filming went on and Bolo's role was cut down, that tension only grew. It was only a matter of time before words turned into action. When the fight scene between them was officially scrapped, Bolo made a bold move. He challenged Bruce to a real sparring match. Bruce accepted instantly. For him, this was not about pride. It was about testing skill and proving philosophy. There were no cameras, no rehearsed choreography, just two martial artists stepping into a raw, unfiltered fight. Bruce opened with what he did best: speed. He controlled the pace, darting in and out, landing precise strikes before Bolo could react. His movements were unpredictable, never repeating patterns, always adapting to Bolo's attacks. Bolo countered with brute force. His punches and kicks were thunderous, each one capable of ending the fight if it connected. His strategy was clear: close the distance, use power, overwhelm Bruce. But Bruce was too fast. Each time Bolo advanced, Bruce slipped away, countered, and retreated. Slowly but surely, Bruce wore him down. After 10 minutes, the difference was undeniable. Bolo's enormous muscles required enormous energy. His breathing grew heavy, his strikes slowed, and fatigue set in. Bruce, by contrast, looked like he was just getting started, sharp, energetic, relentless. Eventually, Bolo conceded. The fight had drained him completely. Bruce, calm and collected, had proven the effectiveness of his philosophy. For Bolo, this sparring match was humbling. His strength was undeniable, but it came at a cost. Carrying so much muscle meant his endurance couldn't match Bruce's. Power alone wasn't enough to win a prolonged fight. For Bruce, the fight was confirmation. His Jeet Kune Do, focused on adaptability, efficiency, and conditioning, wasn't just theory. It worked in practice, even against an opponent as powerful as Bolo. Witnesses were left in awe. They hadn't just seen a sparring session, they had seen a real test of two opposing martial philosophies. Though it never appeared on film, the real fight between Bruce Lee and Bolo Yeung became part of martial arts lore. It highlighted one of the most important lessons in combat: endurance, adaptability, and strategy often triumph over sheer strength. In Enter the Dragon, Bruce Lee's final showdown was with the villain Han. But for those who know the story, his true test may have come off-camera, in that sparring match against Bolo. Bruce Lee walked away not just as the winner of a fight, but as the embodiment of his own philosophy. Be like water, adapt, flow, and overcome. So what do you think? Was Bruce Lee always destined to win because of his speed and technique, or could raw power have changed the outcome under different circumstances? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more deep dives into the untold stories of martial arts history.